All right, let's talk about this tired excuse of a counterpoint to this finals being a good one. I've really only seen it from salty Knicks fans or salty Nuggets, Timberwolves, Grizzlies, the people that the OKC freaking tore apart, right? Those fan bases. Or obviously on the other end, Bucks, Cavs, Knicks fans who also don't get to see their team here. And I get it. It sucks, right? You watch your team all year and they didn't make the pinnacle. They didn't make the big game. And so you instantly say, well, the ratings are going to be low. Nobody cares. Nobody's going to watch, right? You got to cope. This is, by all metrics, in my opinion, actually going to be one of the best finals of the 2020s, right? So in the 2020s, we have had some interesting finals, right? You have 2020, obviously, Lakers Heat. 21 was Bucks Suns, which is pretty good, actually. Very slept on finals. Similar to this one, two smaller markets, two teams that had young stars with Giannis and D-Book. Obviously, Giannis is starting to get up there, but, guys that have really stuck with their teams and had built up their franchises, but both those guys were drafted there. Similarly to this year, SGA and Tyrese have stuck with the teams, but really for a 3-4 year stretch here where they were drafted by another team and given away in a blockbuster trade. The PG trade that sent Paul George over to the Clippers to get SGA, and the Sabonis trade, which got rid of Sabonis, who was the most solid all-star level guy on the Pacers, to go get a really unproven young point guard in Tyrese Halliburton. And I think the storylines are beautiful. I said 3 years ago, and I might pull up the clip, might not trust me here. I watched the video the other day. I had said, I am about to watch the Pacers in person play the other up-and-coming team. And the other up-and-coming team I was mentioning was the Oklahoma City Thunder. And I went and watched that game at the end of the year, okay? Some stars were missing in that game, not SGA. SGA was playing, Lou Dort was playing. They did not have Chet Holmgren yet. He was not drafted. But on the Pacers side, Halliburton got hurt about 3 games before that. And it was just a very interesting game to watch. But what I noticed, and what I have noticed in every matchup since, is these teams match up very well. So for anybody thinking it's going to be a bad finals because one team's going to get blown out, no. For anybody that thinks that it's going to be bad because the defense is going to overwhelm Pacers offense, or Pacers offense is going to overwhelm Oklahoma City's defense, no. For anybody that thinks this series is not the two best teams that we have seen this year, no. None of this is the case. These are the two best teams since the turn of the calendar year. This Pacers team has completely flipped a switch since the new year. When I made that video called New Year, New Pacers, and they went 5-0 to start the year, that is the Pacers we are seeing right now. And you're seeing the Oklahoma City Thunder that we've seen since the beginning of this year. And really since the second half of last year. Oklahoma City has been dominant for longer, but the Pacers team has been together longer with some of the core pieces. It's going to be very, very interesting. And it sounds like I'm starting to give prediction stuff. I'm not. That's tomorrow. But if you ever hear the lame, tired excuse of no one's going to watch this, just know that person is coping and that this is the real Hoopers NBA Finals, the real basketball fans NBA Final. If I was a fan in Texas, if I was a fan in Utah, right? Born there, I was a Jazz fan, I was a Dallas fan, whatever. I'm tuning into this final because these are two marquee teams, young up and coming, in small markets with superstar level guards. That's why I'm watching. So I'd say tune in if you're a basketball fan. And if you're like, nah, you're coping, I don't want to watch it. That's cool. Have fun. Baseball's on. Watch the Cubs. Thank you guys for watching. Athletic Time out.